I heard that they were taking the phones because there was so much dick in the show. I'm
do whatever.
shameless.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll give you anything. You give me money and I'll show you shit. Fuck you with your discipline, Lori Harvey. Fuck you so much. And fuck your dad's mustache.
And we're here. Casey Balsham, what's going on?
Hi, buddy. How are you?
Good. I always love starting podcasts as if we haven't been like talking for the past 30 minutes and just like, hey, how are you?
I know. Just like, this is the first words we've spoken to each other in the last 30 minutes. Yeah, right.
First and foremost, thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
As always, I love talking to you. I love hearing your comedy. You're one of the funniest people I know. So it's an honor and a privilege to have you here.
Thanks, bud.
We just shoot the shit. We're gonna go through a couple stories that's been trending this week.
Okay.
And just see what we think about it. It's pretty crazy. Pretty simple though.
It's perfect.
Ready?
Crazy and simple is the name of my next album.
All right. First story. Drake. Basically, Drake. Which you have an amazing Drake joke that I won't give away, but is one of my favorite jokes. But so Drake gets trolled by a heckler on Twitter. Basically Drake is talking about how much he loves, supporting his son and how he loves LeVar Ball and like all the dads who are on the sidelines supporting their kid and stuff like that. And when his kid gets older, Adonis, he's going to be one of those crazy dads that's always supporting his kid and stuff like that.
It's like, well, can I just say that
yes.
You guys are already supporting your kid by naming him Adonis. Do you know what I mean? Like you already took a baby and were like, yeah, but let's just give him the name of like the Greek god known for handsomeness or beauty or whatever. Like it's already pretty supportive.
Is that like when parents do that?
Yeah.
Is that a good thing or is that just an extension of their narcissism? The parents.
It's the parents.
Yeah.
It's like naming your daughter Bella. It's like I get that it's a cute name, but you're also being like, she's my daughter. She's beautiful. When like
gaze upon her.
Yeah. Check her out. Especially like when you think about babies when they come out, they look like nothing. Half the times their heads are stretched out, and you just see this pin-headed thing that's got like crust in their eyes, and you're like, Bella.
Yep.
Adonis. Look at this thing. I'm like, I've never even seen its eyes open yet.
Yeah,
Adonis.
He has gook around his eyes.
They're gross.
He can't fathom. He can't say words.
And newborn babies are disgusting. Like half the times they also like they break out because it's like their first, like the hormones, and it's their first time, all this stuff, and then they're like, Bella.
Also, what if they?
I'm looking at it. It's not Bella.
It's not Bella.
It's not Bella.
No Bella.
No Bella.
What if the kid, like you said, like what if the kid turns out and look, I mean, not the future fat shame or something like that, but what if the kid is not an Adonis
or a Bella?
Or a Bella, like.
Then it's just ironic.
Do you have to change your name at some point, or do you just rock with it? Like
I think you just keep going with it, but I think it becomes an unfortunate situation. I think for everybody else that's aware of what those words mean, they're like, wow, that sucks.
I'm naming my kid Big Dick Charlie the Third.
Yeah.
And just to see what happens.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll be able to.
Yeah.
Sorry, kid.
I'm going to name my son Don't Be a Rapist. And just hope. And just hope for the best, Don't be a rapist. So, and since I'm doing IVF, I get to pick the boy. So, name's already picked.
Hey, here's to don't be a rapist.
Don't be a rapist. Not an Adonis, not a Bella. Just don't be a rapist.
Don't be a rapist. Oh my God, that's amazing. That should be. I can't wait for "Don't Be a Rapist" to like be like the #1 trending name for kids in like 2020 whatever. Yeah.
After all these laws go through, it's just going to be a bunch of women being like, God, I hope I don't have one of those. Don't be part of the problem, son.
Oh God. So all right. So he gets trolled. This guy basically says like, "Oh, your kid's gonna look up to your ghostwriters or whatever." Because everybody always gives Drake shit for having ghostwriters or whatnot.
Okay.
And Drake says, "All right." Decides to follow the guy's wife. He looks and sees that the guy's married and whatnot. Yeah. Follows the guy's wife, which Drake follows nobody. So if Drake follows you, it's news.
It's
right?
big time.
It's
Yeah. Yeah.
Then he DMs the wife and goes, what did he say? Something. Who cares what he said? Says something to the wife.
He DM'd her. Yeah.
He DM'd her.
Yeah.
And tells the guy, I'm going to follow your wife because it looks like she needs some excitement in her life.
Yeah. Which I love. I mean, it's really funny.
Yeah.
But also, like, I think Drake just slides into DMs. Like, I think he's just DMing a lot of people, and this is just kind of he's like, I'm doing this to get back at you. It's like, are you? Or you just do you do this anyway?
Just what you do.
And also, like, of course, Drake has ghostwriters. He did commercials for Sprite. Like, he's a sellout. He has no morals.
Drake's gonna he's not gonna slide in your DMs. He's gonna slide in Robbie's DMs, and he's gonna be like, Casey, just so you know, I slid in your husband's DMs because he looks like he needs fun in his life or something.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it, buddy.
He's gonna troll you.
Oh, I would sell that story so bad. I'll do anything for money. I'm telling you. I was on my podcast the other day being like, nobody slide into my DMs. Ask for feet pics. Like, I'm
do whatever.
Shameless.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'll give you anything. You give me money, and I'll show you shit.
Listen,
I'm not doing an OnlyFans, but if you ask for fucking second toe pictures, I'll throw some chocolate syrup on that shit and send it to you.
That is, I mean, quietly, not quietly, that is a huge market.
Feet? It's weird.
It's crazy.
It's so nuts. I'm on WikiFeet. I think I have a pretty good rating. So
nice.
I'm excited. Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, which is nice from, it's like it's tying up a lot of things from my child, because I've literally had the same size feet since I was in second grade. When I was in kindergarten, I had the same size shoe as my teacher. I was 6.
So you grew into your feet.
Yeah, I grew into my feet. So and they're big, they're giant, but it's nice to be on WikiFeet now, to have a bunch of weird fucking creeps being like, pretty good.
At least they're
like, thank you so much. I grew them when I was 10. Thank you so much.
At least they're proportion size now to.
But my parents thought I was going to be fucking huge. I had a ladies size 5.5 in kindergarten.
Wow.
I was like, yeah, I was shopping in like the fucking orthopedic. Like I was the same size as my kindergarten teacher.
Are your parents tall?
No, my dad's like 5'11". And he's shrinking, he says. He says he's lost, like he's got a bad back. So he's like, I'm like an inch shorter. And I'm like, yeah, no, you're getting tiny. You're tiny. But happens. He does Wing Chun. So I still feel like he could kill someone,
right, Right.
And my mom's probably like 5'8". But then here comes Case at second grade, size
like,
10
we got
shoe.
A WNBA superstar.
They were like, she's going to be a huge bitch.
Nope.
And then I just topped. I peaked in second grade. I've been this way since I've been in second grade.
Nice.
More mustache. I've taken care of that, but pretty much like this.
So we have Casey Balsham, foot celebrity.
Yeah.
For all you freaks out there, slide in those DMs.
I'll send them to you.
Listen.
I don't care. Drake, slide into anybody's DMs. I'll sell that story for at least $100. I don't care.
Robbie's like, yeah, sell your feet. I don't give a shit. Like, bring the money in. I could care less. Yo, my wife if people were after my wife's feet, I'd be pimping her feet out so fast.
As long as you're making, like, Robbie's literally like, I get so upset. He's like, if I was a girl, I would have fucked my way to the top. He's like, he's like,
every guy
you guys
says
have
that.
some power. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because in our minds we're still thinking with our boy brain. So it's like, just fuck your way to the top. Yeah. No, it's not that. It's not that simple.
Yeah, I think he's even like, if it makes you money, if you had to, suck a couple dicks to make a couple, he's like, I'd be okay with that. I'd be like, okay, cool.
That's because as men, we can't. Most men already have the leg up. We're at the top, but like in general, you can't. No one's trying to fuck us to the top. Like, no. So we wish we could like just, someone wants our dick and we'll get a movie role.
Yeah.
Like, actually, we probably could, but it just wouldn't be with women. It would be like
it would still have to be with men.
It would still have to be with men. Yeah, no matter what. All right.
Yeah, it's still men leading the charge with suck my dick for jobs.
Don't be a rapist.
Don't be a rapist.
Is the name of this podcast.
I really hope my son. Yeah, what if my son becomes a big, like a director or something?
Oh, I was about to say.
Have you heard "Don't Be a Rapist" new film? God, he really couldn't fuck up with a name like that.
No. That might be the greatest gift you could give him. You would just set his path for righteousness. He'd just be like,
and every time he thought of it,
he'd just be like, fuck.
Someone would be like, "Don't be a rapist." What are you thinking about? He's like, not that anymore.
What if he's with?
You can leave. You're free to go.
He's with a girl and she's just like, wait, you're not a rapist, are you? And he's like, hold on a sec.
Yeah. It's actually my driver's license. But I'd give him like a real basic middle name like James or something. I don't want to completely fuck up his life.
Don't be a rapist, James Balsham.
Yeah, there you go. Slovak.
That's Slovak. Yes.
Yeah. So
Balsham Slovak.
Yeah. So it sounds like you're throwing up at the end. So.
Oh, hilarious! All right. So we think this is a good thing that Drake slid in. Like it's fun, or
I think it's fun. I think it's hilarious, and I think Drake is doing this anyway.
Yeah,
you know what
agree.
I mean. Like I think he would. I think Drake is sliding into DMs. I don't think he cares if the woman is married or not. And frankly, if Drake slid into a married woman's DMs, you'd have to. I think any woman would be like, "Oh my god!" Like nobody's not going to respond back to Drake.
Right.
I mean, like if for some reason he did that to me, me and Robbie, I think would craft the things together. But I'm like, I'm obviously gonna respond.
That's
to
what
Drake.
they did. That's what the couple did.
Yeah.
They're on TMZ. The whole thing. Drake gave them a whole new career. It's great.
Very fun. It's
great.
but I do. It is very silly, but also, but I hope they don't get. Because I was like, but I guess he wasn't being like a mean troll. He was being like a funny troll, just kind of like saying what other people are saying. Yeah. And it's like that moment, like, you know, as a comic, like sometimes you read the comments or somebody heckles you at the wrong minute and you're like, today I snap.
I got time today.
I accidentally did. So I was at Eastville the other night and there was this woman and I heard her, she was to everybody, you know, she was doing it. So, and she had left the room because she wanted to go talk to the comic who was on before me. And I got on stage and go, I can't wait till they come back in here and ruin my set. And they came back in and I was in the middle of a joke and she literally goes, well, maybe he wanted, and I just looked at her, I go, you know what? I don't. And it was just that moment where I was like, I've never snapped like this before.
Nice.
I go, you know what? I don't need this. I go, do you have jokes? Unless you've been writing jokes for 11 years to get this spot, shut the fuck up.
Oh, that's great.
And then the audience literally goes, oh. Yeah. And I go, is it okay that I said that? And like a couple people like kind of nodded. And then I was telling the host and he's like, she's disabled.
All right.
And I go, mentally or physically, mentally or physically, mentally or physically, mentally or physically, mentally or physically. And I don't know, but I laughed and then I cried. Because I was like, of course, the one day that I snap on something, but like, you know, every so often. And then he was like, I think she might have been a little bit like, you know, developmentally delayed. And I was like, fuck my life.
You know what?
Up the butt.
But that's not.
But sometimes we snap.
You snap.
We snap.
That's not on you. That's on. And you know what? I believe in equal rights.
She was quiet after.
Enough said.
She was quiet.
I believe in you don't discriminate. You don't discriminate. So that's good. So no, everybody gets equal smoke. I don't care how many chromosomes you have or not. You get equal smoke.
I just felt bad. I do think it ended up being that it was just. I think it was physical, but like she had like a walker.
Yeah.
But afterwards, Patrick was like, I think she might have been. I go, don't
tell me. Don't even tell me. Just don't tell me.
I was like, I've never snapped like this. Today was the day. And he's like, yeah. And I was like,
don't tell me.
But
now, something that people may not know about you is you are a Broadway aficionado.
I am, yes.
Yes. And there's a big story that happened on Broadway, and by big, I do mean big.
Patti LuPone?
No, it was Patti LuPone.
Oh, she just no.
Oh,
okay, because I was like, she fucking yelled at somebody for wearing a mask under the nose and then stormed off stage, and she is.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about a different kind of big. Jessie Williams.
Oh wow. Hong Kong. Yep. That kind of big. I saw it.
Yeah, did you see it in person? Or
no, I haven't seen the show yet, but I'll see it now. But I had heard about that because my friend was like, they're doing the One Iota. They're taking the phones, which they should do for every Broadway show.
They should do for comedy shows.
They should just do it for any kind of live performance. Just like because when I'm at a Broadway show, it's so like I see people checking their phones, and I'm like, you don't have any fans.
Yeah, right.
Nobody cares about you.
Right.
It's the worst kind of the Broadway. Sometimes the Broadway audiences are the worst kind of people that think that they're important.
Yeah. Yes.
And I see, like I saw a lady take a FaceTime call next to me. I go, you're in from New Jersey. Like you're not important.
Just stop.
Like nobody needs you in the middle of company.
And you paid to be here.
Yeah. It's just, it makes me so crazy. I heard that they were taking the phones because there was so much dick in the show.
Let's set up the story.
Okay. Yes.
So you go ahead.
Okay.
You're better. You know more about.
So there's a show. It's called Take Me Out. It's about, I think, a first.
And he took it out. All right.
They'll take it out. It's a baseball. It's a play, and I believe it's about an openly gay player or an openly gay manager in the MLB. That's what kind of the premise is. But there's a lot of shower scenes, so it's a lot of men just naked on stage, dicks a flopping, and so because they didn't want it leaked, they took people's phone, which I get. It's like It's like let people let it word of mouth. You know, be like they're gonna see some dicks. People buy tickets.
Also, you're doing it with the understanding that this is for the people in the room. It's not going to be live forever on. At least with the hope. I wouldn't do that. That's the same reason I never did. Well, not the same. There's more reasons why, but I never did naked comedy back when. I
never did it either.
Because I was just like, one, and shout out to everybody who did it. It's not. I'm not knocking.
People say it was very freeing, but no, thank you.
Exactly.
Not for me. It's just
thank
not
you.
for me.
No, thank you.
No, thanks. Not for me.
Exactly. Not for me.
No.
And there was no way in my mind that I thought that the photos or videos, something wouldn't get out at some point.
And that's what the argument is with this. Like that, you know, people are like, I mean, like everyone's kind of like, whoa, Jessie Williams has a fucking hog. But other people are like, I don't know if it's that cool to take naked pictures of somebody and release them without their, consent. You know, then it becomes a consent thing, which obviously I think we don't take as seriously when it involves men because I think, you know, it hasn't been as big of a thing.
I don't think men are sexualized openly the same way that women are. And so we don't think of men being objectified or anything like that.
Right. So, and for his part, like Jessie Williams just kind of came out and was like, it's a body. This is what, I mean, but it's like, that's what you say when you have a huge hog. You know, you're like if it came out that they're like, Jessie Williams has a micro penis, I'm sure he'd be like, hey man, this is art.
It was shrinkage.
Don't film my art, you know, but he's got a huge hog. So he's like, you know, it's a body. I'm just doing what I do. I'm just an actor living my truth, you know. But some people were like, it's not that cool. But other people are like, look at this dick. And I'm on both sides of that.
You're on both sides of the dick.
I'm on both sides of the dick, Charles. There's a side of the dick to be on. I'll take both.
You'll take both. She'll take.
I'm on the long and short of it.
Yeah.
You see what I did there? See what it? Don't be a rapist.
I have no hog in this fight. I feel like, you know, it was what it was. He doesn't seem like it's a big deal. I do understand the argument that, like, you know, objectifying and taking photos of somebody naked and putting it on the internet and all that kind of stuff. At the same time, I try not to be naked outside of my apartment or in some type of sacred space.
Yeah, I'm a little more. I'm not like a cover up. Like if I'm at the gym or if I'm at something like, or like friends are around, like I'm not like somebody that, I mean, I lived in Hawaii for 3 years. You really just kind of get comfortable with whatever's happening because there's just so little clothes there. But there's part of me that's like, the timing of the dick thing, just from a Broadway, let me just put on my Broadway hat for a second. From a Broadway perspective, the Tony Award nominations just came out. And the leak of the dick happened just when the nominations came out. And maybe this is a ploy for tickets. Maybe there was something behind the leakage, because he's up for a Tony.
Oh, he's up, all right.
He's very up for a Tony. The show is up for a Tony. 2 of the other actors are also up for Tonys.
I think that's the name of his dick.
Up for a Tony?
Tony. It's just like...
This is me and this is Tony.
This is Tony. Say hi. Usually dick leakage is a bad thing, but in this case, it seems to be pretty popular.
I'm just saying the timing with one
very interesting.
Prestigious theater award. You know, you got to do anything for your Tony.
All right. This is another topic that you are an expert in, and it's true crime.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to try and break this thing down as much as I can.
Yeah, because I don't know all the ins and outs of this case.
I don't know all the ins and outs either, which is great for a podcast.
This is great. Yeah.
I'm very prepared for this.
It's like I love going on the internet and talking about something that I don't know that much about.
Exactly.
And being like, this is definitely my opinion on it.
Yeah. So, 100%.
And it's the correct one.
So, captured inmate Casey White distraught over prison guard lover's death.
Right.
His mom says.
Of course his mom said that.
Right. So Casey White was in prison on a murder charge, right? Which I think he murdered an ex-lover or something like that.
Checks out.
Yeah, checks out. And he had reportedly done a lot of other heinous shit, right?
Yeah, he's a criminal.
So yeah, he's in criminal for life. But he ends up having a relationship with one of the
Linda, right?
Linda, yeah, one of the guards.
First off, of course, I mean, if your name is Linda, is there another career for you besides like Piggly Wiggly or prison guard? Do you know what I mean? Like Linda. It's just you're wearing a vest, whatever job you're doing. It's a vest wearing name.
If only her parents had named her Bella. Then she
might not have been in this situation.
I don't want. Well, she did delete herself, so I'm not gonna joke on her too much. God bless her.
Oh yeah, she's dead. Sorry.
R.I.P. But on the final episode of Charles McBee podcast, it's been great. It's been fun.
Yeah.
No.
I've already deleted my tweets. You can't find me.
So she helps him get out of prison, breaks out of prison, and then they're on the run.
And the way that she does it, though, is so interesting because she basically just told them, they're like, he has a court date. And you'd think in prison, but this is why I'm constantly shocked doing true crime, how little you think things run a certain way and they just don't. Like you'd think prison would be like, let me make sure that you're saying you're going to take this inmate out of prison.
Some checks and balances.
And bring him into public. Yeah. Let me make sure he's supposed to be there. The fact that they were like, bye. See you later, guys. Have a nice time. Go to McDonald's. That they let this man, they just checked him out. And I guess she's an officer, so they trusted her. But still. It's like we know this. We know that female officer women's sometimes be fucking the men's. Like we know this. There was a whole thing about it. We can't be controlled. We're horny dogs.
Don't be a rapist.
Don't be you got to. I'm gonna name my daughter. Don't be a rapist. Yeah. Scratch that.
Yeah.
Daughter's called Don't Be a Racist, Jessica Slovic Balsham. Okay, there you go. And regular middle name.
Don't be a racist or a prison guard.
Don't be a racist or a prison guard. But like, it's just crazy to me that they didn't check that he actually needed to be in court. And then when they did check after all this happened, they were like, yeah, we weren't really supposed to be signing him out.
No, this happened. It's funny. It's funny that you have that accent. It's happened in Alabama. Do you think that happens? You think that has to do with a lot of this kind of just willy-nilly, fresh off the farm attitude of just sign them out.
But it also happened. Well, I think they did more of an escape, but the escape at Dannemora was in New York, right? It was like in upstate New York. That was where it was the lady prison guard who was fucking two inmates
and then
helped them both. She was horny and she was married. This lady was getting dick.
Left and right.
She had dick at home, dick at work, she had dick in the car, she had dick on the run. Like it was just, there's dick everywhere this was like. But yeah, in Alabama, at any prison. Yeah. You would just hope that they're not just willy-nilly letting prisoners out. But I guess I'm an optimist that way.
Does the bad boy element play into this? Or is it just like a bad boy? I mean, what's going on? You said the guy looks like, John Hamm.
It looks like the John Hamm character that he plays in Kimmy Schmidt. Because he's like that preacher that put them down in the bunker for whatever. But listen, one thing you see about like murderers, psychopaths, they are charming as fuck. And that's kind of how they get away with a lot of stuff.
Hence all the documentaries.
Yeah. If you look at like the Ted Bundys, like he got away with this multiple times because he was charming. And it's a very weird thing why also, not for nothing, women I think are attracted to these because it's like we could change him. It's the whole I could change. He won't kill me. He's killed everyone else, but he won't kill me because I'm different. And it's like it's just that crazy. It's just a crazy female brain way of thinking. Like I'm different.
Well, technically, she was right. He didn't kill her.
Yeah, she killed herself.
All right, so
goodbye, world. Goodbye, fame and fortune. We're done here.
Yowza. Last story. So Kim Kardashian is back in the news, and I normally don't do Kim Kardashian news because I don't care. But this is a bigger topic. Is interesting to me. Right. So she's getting dragged. One, she said she lost like 20 pounds for the Met Gala so that she could fit into the famous Marilyn Monroe dress.
I know
that Marilyn Monroe wore when she sung "Happy Birthday" to John F. Kennedy.
Right.
That whole scandal.
But it's also wild because I think like the whole thing about Marilyn Monroe is that she was like a size 10 or a size 12 or something. Like she was a regular sized. I don't know if sizes have changed, but the whole thing was like women back in the day, she was curvy and regular women were just, they weren't like these size 2s and size 4s. And Kim, I mean, she's got the fake butt and everything like that, but she's got a tiny waist. So it's also kind of crazy. I'm like, what actually was the size of Marilyn Monroe if she couldn't fit into the dress?
And maybe they just deflated her butt just a little bit.
Yeah, maybe they took some out.
They took, yeah.
They just kept it. There's like a syringe of fat that they'll put right back in.
Yeah, they put it right back in there.
Yeah, possibly. But yeah, it is wild because Marilyn Monroe was supposed to be this like curvy icon. And then here's Kim being like, I had to lose weight.
Wow.
It just kind of doesn't check out with what the narrative we've made for like, you know.
It's a weird new not weird, but it's a new conversation that's happening that I'm hearing a lot of women talk about, where Kim loses weight. She says she lost 20 pounds. Lori Harvey just came out with a TikTok, said here's my weight loss regimen. And a lot of women are saying, don't tell us how you lose weight. It's fat shaming.
The thing is that it's not, people act like, okay, it's not fat shaming. First off, she's like, some people were asking her, so she answered. Right. But also the Lori Harvey thing, like I get why people are upset about the Kim Kardashian thing. She glamorized losing 16 to 20 pounds in 2 weeks to fit into a dress, which is unhealthy. It's kind of gross, and she could have I mean, it's her truth or whatever, but it's like, you know what you're doing. You don't have to say this. Yeah. Like, people are watching you. It is kind of gross. She could have just been like, yeah, I can't, I'm sucking at it. Like, she could have made a joke about it, but I don't think she's, well, she is funny. She on SNL, she was pretty funny. I think she can make a joke, but it's just, there's no reason for, but Lori Harvey being like, hey, I work out and I diet. It's like sometimes when celebrities come out and are like we all want, I used to kind of try a joke about this. We all want the magic thing, but we know it's just diet and exercise. Yeah. If you want to lose weight, it's just diet and exercise. So when somebody says it's just diet and exercise, we're like, fuck you. You fucking suck. Don't tell me. I want to eat it's like you can eat whatever you want. That's fine. But if you really want, it's always been diet and exercise.
Drink water, diet and exercise.
Some people have higher metabolism. Sometimes it's genetics. Sometimes the rich and famous, sometimes they do get sucked and tucked and pulled or whatever. But don't act like you don't fucking know that, man. Yeah. Don't act like somebody's saying I do Pilates, and her being like I do 2 a day, like she's on a fucking football team. It's like, yeah, she has nothing else to do besides take care of her body.
And that's her brand.
She's an actress. And she also has she doesn't have anything. She's not busy besides this. It's they don't. For you to think that your life is the same as a celebrity's, you're stupid. It's not. She's a celebrity. She can afford to do this kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, all she said was, I dieted and I did exercise. She did a calorie restricted thing, which is one way to diet. But they're all, if you look at any diet, you can poke holes in any of them.
Is this woke mob gone awry? Is this
we know no carbs and sugar. You want to lose weight? Don't face fuck gummy bears like I do. I know it. I know what my downfall is.
She rapes gummy bears. This is what happens.
Don't be a gummy bear
Don't
rapist.
Be a gummy bear rapist.
I have that tattooed against my finger every time I pull it out.
No, I think.
But it is. It's just we're getting offended by everything.
At a certain point, I think a lot of these movements or conversations, they start from a good place. Yeah. You shouldn't walk up to a fat person and go, "Hey, you fat slob." That's not polite. No. You should not do that. It's none of your business.
No.
And people should be able to live their lives how they want. But it gets to a point where the offended on the sake of the offended gets insane. And now it's for someone, literally you're going to see someone in shape now. People are going to start running up to people in shape and just being like, you're disgusting. You're an affront to all overweight people.
I know. And the fact that people act like they don't have a choice not to watch a celebrity talk about you chose to follow her. You're the one you seek out the video. It's like you just you sought the video out to watch it, to get outraged. Yeah. Why are you doing that to yourself? It's so not an infuriating video.
People want to be upset.
They want to be upset. They just and when I get it. There's shit to be upset about. There's a war and the abortion stuff. Get mad about that. Don't get mad because a fucking actress whose job it is to look a certain way, told you that she exercised and that she dieted.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's fucking nuts.
These are wild times we're living in.
It's such a very different thing than the Kim Kardashian thing.
Yeah.
Kim basically was like, I starved myself for 12 days.
And photoshopped myself.
Yeah. And has admitted to that.
Yeah.
And that's not healthy. And that's where you can go, Kim, come the fuck on, girl.
Right.
Like, you know, people are watching you. But Lori Harvey that's such a different thing of her being like, Pilates gives you lean stuff. You also have to do this. I also cut carbs and I had a very boring day. That's the like, it's discipline, but that's also why some people I think are successful actors and actresses. Like, they have way more discipline. They're not going out on Friday nights. They're fucking learning lines and going and doing fucking mirror exercises.
Zip, zap, zub, and all kind of nonsense. And
that's why they're successful. They have a discipline that we don't have. I can't eat just meat and veggies. I'm never gonna get to that point that people like that look like, because I have ice cream.
Yeah.
But it's like, I know that.
You know that, and
I
it's
know
fine.
that.
So you're not going to go stalk Lori Harvey and call her a horrible person.
Fuck you for your discipline that you can only eat meat and veggies. Fuck you, because I can't do that.
That's a great place to end on. F Lori Harvey
Fuck
for her meat. Yeah, Lori Harvey.
Fuck you with your discipline, Lori Harvey. Fuck you so much. And fuck your dad's mustache.
And his suits.
Bye. Just kidding. We're out of here.
As we just clip this out and just tag Lori Harvey. Listen, I so loved having you here.
Thanks for having me.
And also for you guys out there, she is barefoot right now. So I'll take some pictures and I'll sell them. The price is going up, so you know what I mean. Price is going up. We got to put "Don't be a rapist" through college. You know, we got to make sure that the college fund is taken care of. So
yeah, I mean, because that's where you test the name in college.
This is going to be called the least monetized podcast ever on YouTube. Yep. Not a dime on this one.
Nope.
Not a dime.
Not a single penny.
One thing that I love to do is make sure that I promote comedians that I love and all their wonderful stuff.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is, as we go out, for everybody on who's listening on the podcast, you're going to be able to hear the wonderful Casey Balsham do some stand-up comedy, and I encourage you all to download albums, all that kind of stuff. What would you like to plug? Anything you're working on, socials, anything like that? Tell the people. Yeah,
I at CaseFaceB on Instagram. Shady Shit Podcast usually comes out every Friday. Sometimes I skip it if I'm tired. And I've got some road dates coming up. I'm going to be at Dead Crow. I'm going to be in Alaska. I've got a couple other things, and I'll have those all up on my Instagram, which is getting CaseFaceB. So follow me there.
CaseFaceB. Make sure you check us out. Charles McBee on all socials. Follow me. Do all the stuff you're supposed to do on YouTube. You know what to do. All right. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, notification, yada, yada, yada. Do it. All right. Do it. And, tell everybody about the podcast. And with that being said, Casey Balsham, thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.